Live Edge episode number next. I'm Matt.
I'm Amy.
Welcome to the show. Tonight we're going to talk about, can you really make it as a full-time woodworker?
I don't know.
Can your dream be realized if that's your dream? We'll talk about that in a little bit. Mail call. Don't have any. Haven't been to the P.O. box. So if you've sent something, I apologize because we haven't been.
It's so far.
It's 3 miles there and 3 miles back, and we don't go that way. We'll go. We'll go this week.
Terrible. It's really terrible.
We do have some stickers we're sending out, I think.
Yes.
Here in the next couple of days. So anyway, that's it.
It's really bad.
It's random. All right.
So random.
This week's Sawdust Spotlight goes out to, and if you don't know what the Sawdust Spotlight is, it's from our Facebook community, facebook.com/groups/731 Woodworks. I think it's 23-ish, 24,000 people there now. And we keep it positive, and you have to answer a couple questions before you get in. It's not that big of a deal. Just be nice, basically.
Chosen by the one and only Mo, our beautiful daughter.
She chooses those because she's unbiased and has no clue what woodworking is. Mr. John Fisher, he said he had a stressful moment delivering this very expensive furniture he made for a client 6 hours away. That is a long delivery.
A long way to deliver.
But he made a couple of tables with hairpin legs, which are absolutely beautiful. But check that river table out. Look at that. Why did my music go blasting?
I don't know. That was weird.
But there it is. That is nice. Very, very cool. And cool transition. I'm actually going to do some charcuterie boards with some type of epoxy fill. I think that'll be neat. I've never done that, and I've always wanted to try it, so I'm going to try it. Why not? I figure I get my stuff back here.
Oh, Lord. He's pushing buttons.
I pushed a button, but we're back. So, full-time woodworking. Who wants to be if you want to be a full-time woodworker, like if that's your dream to work for yourself, building stuff, let me know in the comments. I'd like to see how many.
And he didn't say it. Drop your states in the comments. Let me know where you're from, and I'll give you a shout out later.
Hasty Woodshop says, how do you direct a comment to another viewer? I think if you just type the @ symbol and then their name, you should be able to tag them.
It's supposed to. Sometimes it doesn't work like it's supposed to.
But either way, if you do that, it's kind of a general, everybody kind of knows. So
Yeah.
If you have a question for us, you can always put a Q in front of your question and then ask the question, and I'll try to pick it up. So, full-time woodworking, is it possible? Is the dream possible? And so I've said before that I didn't think we could make it as a full-time woodworker here, but I was wrong. I think I was wrong.
Well, but
I think I was wrong.
But would you call yourself a full-time woodworker?
Not now. No, I'm a full-time content creator.
There you go.
It's totally different. I'm talking about when I was doing woodworking.
Okay.
Like, as far as making income from woodworking. I've said before that I didn't think that I could have made that my full-time job, and I think that I could.
I think you could have too.
This is why I think that. So at the peak of my woodworking, and when I was selling stuff, we was bringing in over $20,000. That's income. You still got to take off fees and taxes and shipping. So I mean, you got to take that stuff out. But we brought in $20,000 just from Etsy. That's it.
Okay.
And then that doesn't include all of the local sales, because at the time we were selling quite a bit of stuff locally. The stove covers were selling, flags were selling, furniture was selling, tables, end tables. Like, I was busy all the time. I had orders booked up 6-8 weeks out at one time, and was just as busy as a bee.
Busy as a bee.
Busy as a bee. And so I at that the main point of that is I was doing it all on the side. I had a full-time job, and I was doing it all either a couple hours before work or after work, or getting up early and putting some finish on before I went to work. On my days off, I was doing it. So I was doing it on the side. I had another full-time job. And if I was to have dedicated, which I was a little nervous, I don't know that I would have had the nerve at that point to take that jump without some type of security or savings to fall back on. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I guess if that's the way the Lord led me, I would have. But I think I could have made it. I really do. I think that you can. I think I could do it full time if I had to. Donnie Roberts says, is it more profitable as a full-time woodworker or as a full-time content creator? For me, it's content creation. For one, I like it. I like being able to create content. I enjoy the video editing process. I enjoy the filming process. I enjoy trying to figure out what people will watch and what they don't want to watch, project videos. And, I just like being able to figure that stuff out. I don't know. I just enjoy that part. Peggy Powell says, I'm disabled. My husband's disabled. Do we think we can make extra money on it? There's a lot of people that are disabled that are making money woodworking on the side. I know quite a few actually watch the channel, and quite a few have messaged me or emailed me about it, and that's what they're doing. Have a lot of retirees who are older who have disabilities as well and are able to get out and make certain projects. So you have to pick the projects that you're physically able to make. If you can't pick up heavy stuff, then you'll keep it on the smaller side of things. There's tons and tons and tons of things that you can make at woodworking. That's what's so awesome about it. Hey, James.
Wayne Watson says, first time here. Watch
Hey,
Matt
Wayne.
on YouTube from way back.
Oh, yeah. Thank you, man.
Sweet.
So if you look at people like Cam, Blacktail Studios, I mean, he's a content creator, but that guy's making a lot of stuff that he's selling, those river tables and things like that. He's making from what I can gather from what he's posted, he's making a decent living just on those tables. So it's possible if you get into the right situation. I was up at Old Log and Sawmill this couple of weeks ago. He's making river tables. He has a kiln that he's making money on. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people miss when they start into building stuff. They wind up getting basically pigeonholed into one thing, and then their livelihood is dependent on one thing. So if you're making cutting boards, for say, you're only making cutting boards. You're not venturing out and making other stuff and giving somebody an option to buy something else or have some type of other stream of income. And that's one of the things that content creation allows is other streams of income. But Old Loggin, he's building river tables. He's selling those epoxy charcuterie boards. He's got the kiln. He's selling slabs. I mean, he's basically just created multiple streams of income to fund his business, and is, from all accounts, doing well. So I mean, there's ways to do it, other than just building stuff.
I think that's what's important. You've got to diversify.
Yeah. I've always said that on the channel multiple times that it's much better to diversify your income streams, because you never know when one of them is going to dry up. I mean, you get a project that's selling like crazy. 4321, he's been making planners, he tells me, and he's doing really well. 4321 Woodworking on YouTube. There he is. He's got a video on how to do that, actually, if you go check him out. But he can sell those things right now like crazy, and then when it gets fall or winter time, they don't sell as well. Same thing with outdoor furniture. You can sell those like crazy in the springtime. And when it gets late summer, fall, people stop buying that stuff. You kind of have to rotate your stock, and try to go with what sells.
So I've been writing, so I haven't heard everything you've said. I don't know if you responded to this. Did you see where Jamie McFarland said, "Got to have all our ducks in a row financially to make the dream work"?
Yep, that's right.
All right. Did you?
I didn't see that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's true. So I'll give you a little history.
He said expensive. Yeah.
So I'll give you. So for a big example is when we decided that I was going to go full time content creation, we started making plans months in advance because we knew that it was coming. We had
a year's worth of,
and so we saved and saved and scraped and scraped. We wouldn't buy anything extra, and my truck's paid off, so I don't have that expense, and so we just basically had a house payment, her car payment, and that's pretty much it, right?
We had a year's worth of basically living expense, a year's worth of everything saved up. So
thank you, Steve.
Not just
super chat.
We didn't. I'm trying to say it the right way. Even if I didn't have an income, we had a year's worth of living in the bank put away before we ever.
That way we have a place to live.
Yeah. That way, no matter what happened, we had a year's worth
basically, we gave ourselves a year to figure it out.
Yeah,
say,
a year buffer.
We're taking a leap of faith, but we're going to make sure that we got a place to live. And
a year on top of whatever we normally would have had. So a year's worth of extra on top of what we normally would have had, or,
And that was intentional. And that's one of those things, if you're going to take a full-time leap like that, and you're kind of unsure of your market.
So
you're kind of unsure of what projects are going to sell and do well, and you've got a full-time job now, start planning, because that wasn't something that we just up and did one day and said, okay, we're making the leap in 2 weeks, so let's figure it out. We didn't have stuff to do that. So
we call it a leap of faith. It was a leap of faith, but it was like we felt something coming. So we
started making preparations.
We started preparing,
Kind of like the preacher on the roof.
Yeah. It wasn't that
that's an old joke.
Well, it wasn't that because you talk about the fact that you took a leap of faith.
Mm-hmm.
It was a Friday that he come into the house and said, God told me this morning that it was time to quit my job, and he gave us notice the following Monday. We felt that coming months before.
We were being led.
We were feeling that, prompting.
Yeah.
Just like we've been feeling the prompting toward me.
Yeah.
And here lately. And so that's why we started feeling that.
She's teaching another year.
Yes, I'm teaching another year. And so I think that's why we started feeling that,
Just start, and the reason we're covering this topic tonight is because I get multiple emails a week and people asking that question. Can you make it as a full-time woodworker? Well, you can, but you got to make preparations. And in my opinion, now, if everybody's financial situation is different. A lot of people may have a bunch of savings in the bank. We didn't. We was paycheck to paycheck. So we had to really start tightening the book, what do you call it, tighten the purse strings down and start making sacrifices to prepare the way, basically. And so that's kind of how we did it. And so far, Lord has blessed it, and it's been good for us. I haven't missed a meal, so I mean that's a blessing. So we've been good. Grant Butler want to know what kind of dog we got with the skinny legs. That is an Italian Greyhound. We got 2 of them.
2 of them, boy and a girl. They're the king and queen of our house. The girl more than anything, though. She gets her way.
Yeah.
Jason Keller says, been watching you for a while now, and I'm starting to get my own woodworking part-time business. Wish me luck, and thank you for your time to help out the little guy with all your videos.
I'm a little guy too, man.
That's right.
I'm just a regular guy. I make videos. I put them online. I encourage anybody that's starting woodworking to start posting content. That's a good income stream, even if it takes 2 years to get rolling or to get even type of monetization going on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, whatever your platform of choice is, do it. It'll, even if it's $20 a month. I mean, it's $20 you didn't have. I mean, it's a pack of sandpaper or something you could buy with that. Mm-hmm. When I started, I was looking at Amazon affiliates. So I'm an Amazon affiliate and put a link in the description type thing. And the first Amazon money I got was, they don't pay you unless you get $20 or $25 in your account. It took me like 3 months to get $25 from them to pay me when I first started doing Amazon affiliates. But when I saw that it was $6 and change, I think it's $6.50 something like that on my first month. I was like, yeah, $6 in affiliate money. I thought it was awesome, and just a small start, and now it does well for us, and it's kind of diversifying the income type thing. So it's just it can start tiny, and it's like a little snowball. It just kind of keeps growing and growing as it goes downhill. It's just kind of the thing. I would, if you're comfortable on camera, even if you're not comfortable, I was not comfortable on camera to begin with. I think it's a good way to add extra diversification to your business. Well, you know.
Sending you something. Okay. No, somebody was named Stephanie was trying to get our P.O. Box. I guess somebody was asking for it. It's P.O. Box 731, Monticello, Arkansas, 71657. 71657. They're different here. We have different zips for different things here.
Our own Lloyd Wagner, Mr. Ronnie wants to know, Matt, where do you see yourself in 5 years? 5 years from now.
Not in Monticello, Arkansas.
Yeah, we want to get out of South Arkansas. No offense, South Arkansans. We want out of here. Arkansans. I've been here my whole life, and there's nothing here. Like it's 90 minutes.
Say 2 before.
2 before. It's an hour and a half to Home Depot. I'm tired of that. It's an hour and a half to take her on a decent date. I'm tired of that. So 5 years from now, to answer your question, I want to be well over 1 million subscribers. I want to be over that by the end of 2024. That's my dream.
Yeah.
And then 5 years from now, I would like for the channel to continue to grow. I would love for her to be full-time with me, and I would love to have 1 or 2 or all of the kids on here doing this stuff, but they're not interested. They have their own dreams.
Josh says, hey, y'all, finally able to watch you live again. Yay. Low-fat Logan. Love that.
Yep.
Only
He emailed
have
me earlier
one
this week.
job for a little over 2 years. Plan to go into the Marines. Trained for two after I graduated, and then got struck with a chronic illness, and now I'm here making art as my job. That's awesome.
Yep, it is. Robert Hale says, have you tried get with realtors or business owners to buy pieces for gifts? I haven't, but the channel Jeannie and Davis does that, and they seem to be doing really well with their cutting boards doing that. So there's a market for it if somebody ain't already got them cornered up.
4321 says that Matt is one of the most approachable people I've ever interacted with online.
Chris, good dude. TJF says, at what point should you start reaching out to companies for possible collaborations? Is there a set number of followers, subscribers you have to wait? No, there's not. And I'll tell you, when I was a very, very, very tiny channel, I reached out to HomeRite, and I was like, hey, I like your paint sprayer. And they're like,
they sent them one.
They're like, let me send you one. I'm like, okay. So it just, I mean, I get told no to this day. I've had, I asked for a company who's coming out with a new track saw, or just released this week. I asked them if I could get one of those to review on the channel, and they said no. So I mean, it happens. I mean, it's just, you can't expect everybody to say yes, and you shouldn't expect everybody to say no, because there's going to be a lot of yeses. So, but there'll be a lot of no's too. So just be prepared.
Okay, I have my contacts in a carry. I have my peepers, y'all, but they make my eyes look big, but it's okay. I'm going to put them on anyway and make my eyes look big. Oh, it's so much better. K-Sard says, how is your time split between actual woodworking and content uploads?
Minimal woodworking, many more. And the reason is, there's a couple of reasons, actually. Time. It takes a lot of time to edit and do these videos that come out twice a week. I have an editor that's helping me do one a week, which took a load off of me. And in the next couple of months, I want to offload all the editing, or the majority of the editing, to somebody else, so that it frees up my whole week to film and build stuff. And the other reason is, people, as far as YouTube views go on our channel, the project videos get 10 times less views than the tool videos. And so that's why you see more tool videos on the channel, is because that's what people are watching. I mean, I can show you over and over and over and over again on the statistics. Every time I publish a project video, they're much less watched than tool videos. However, I still like making projects, and I still like building things. That's why I continue to do it and continue to do those. And we want to do more projects in the future as soon as I offload some of this building or editing. And the next project we're doing is my miter station. I'm fixing to, starting next week, totally demolish what's there, take that out, and build a nice system. I'm actually partnered up with a wall organization company and put a nice wall organization in, miter station, whole 9 yards.
Eric Hand, welcome to our One Before Supporter Club.
One before. Sorry.
You're just leaving me hanging there.
Sorry.
Okay. Let me get back to where I was.
Cameron White says, what is your recommendation for a great marking tool that isn't a woodpecker? If you're talking about layout tools, Benchmark, I actually had a few of those from Tay Tools on the last Tools Under 30 video. Really good. I compared it to the woodpecker in that video, and it's dead on accurate. Like, really good solid tool. And they're very inexpensive.
I missed something up in there because PJ says that she and I can go shopping for purses and shoes, so I missed something. I missed something.
I must have deleted that comment.
You deleted the wrong comment then, because I still saw that.
Matt Moses says, how do you go about messaging companies for tools for a review?
Dang it.
Most of the time, there's a couple of ways. LinkedIn's a good resource. You can find people where they work and kind of get connected there. And then you can also reach out to them on Instagram. Usually their social media. If they have, sometimes their social media manager is the person you need to talk to. Sometimes they're not. But if they're not, they can direct you who you need to talk to. So Instagram is one I usually message people on, or LinkedIn.
Colin Bohannon says, hey, Matt and Amy, hope you're doing well. I think I got my first real customer today, which may be a lot of repeat business.
That's awesome.
That's
Congratulations.
Awesome. I'm so glad to see.
That's what you got to work on.
Hear
You
that,
wanna,
see that, read that, right. However you want to say it.
When you start woodworking, or you're trying to make a full-time business, worry about finding one customer. That's all. You don't worry about what when you're starting out. You don't have to worry about where are the customers, who's going to buy such and such product. Find one. When you find that one, usually if you do a good job, they'll tell somebody. you know, and you might can get one off there, or you're going to be posting the picture saying, "Hey, look what I made." Pick up another. That's how we did. One customer at a time. One customer at a time.
So Grant Butler said, God prompted my wife and I to turn down a $150,000 scholarship to law school in Boston to try to go to Penn State, where she got waitlisted. No guarantees, no scholarships. That's a leap of faith right there. Of faith. You talk about that one. I got to share a story with you. So you talk about the one. It made me think of the story I told you today of the boy and the 1%. So I had a student come up to me today. He was my student several years ago. He came up to me today. He's in high school now. And he gave me a big old hug. And he said, "Hey, Miss Outlaw, guess what? I'm passing all my classes now." And it's not that he was a bad student or anything, but he felt like he was. And when I had him several years ago, he was not passing his classes. And I worked with him for a year and a half. And toward the end of the second year, I told him, I said, "You're worth more than what you're giving me." And he didn't believe he was. And it made me think about what you just said. And I said, "I just need for you to give me one." And he said, "What do you mean?" And I said, "If you will just give me the first one, that's all that matters. Start with one." And it works the same way here, right? If you get that first one. And he didn't know what that meant. And I said, "You give me the first 1% and the rest will follow." And today when he came up and he told me that, I looked at him and I said, "It all started with that one." And he knew exactly what I meant. And I said, "You gave me that 1%, and the rest followed, didn't it?" And he said, "Yes, ma'am, it did." And he said, "I'm doing really good now." That's awesome. I think that's what happens. I think that once you get that first, that 1%, the rest will start following.
Well, you start getting confidence too.
You have to find that. It works no matter what it is, no matter what situation it, he didn't believe in himself. And by the end of that second year, I think I think I figured out that I just had to make him realize that if he would give me that first one, and then he was like, "Hey, all she wants is 1%. Okay, I'll give her 1%. She's not asking me for much." But he didn't realize that I was asking him for something. And, and I think that, you know what I mean? Like, it made me think of that when you just said that. I don't know. It warmed my heart when he came up and told me that today. And I loved it.
Robert Hale says, when you first started, how did you figure out the marketing portion of your business? I didn't have to. She got a marketing degree, so that was helpful for me. She knew how to stage the products and how to talk about them and the whole nine. So she's the one that done that. I didn't do it. Christian Hernandez, out of everything you could have done.
Thank you, Josh. I'm much better.
Out of everything you could have done, how did you choose woodworking? I think woodworking kind of chose me. I've always liked carpentry work. I worked construction straight out of high school for several years before becoming a fireman and a state trooper back to back. And then so I was sitting here in the house one day and was on YouTube, and for whatever reason, I have no idea why, I watched a Jay Bates video on making outdoor chairs, and I was like, I can do that. So I went and bought some 2x4s and built them and sold those, and the rest is history. So it just happened. Like all I can tell you is it was God's leading me to do that, because that led to this, and that's the only explanation. Because I at that point I wasn't building anything. Like, it wasn't like I was out there working every day, and just happened to see a video on Jay Bates. So who knows?
You probably even had to go dig in the shed to find the tools to use to do that. That's funny. I come home, I was so shocked that he had even built that one. Yep, Matt. It's funny that it starts with that, because it doesn't matter what it is. And I think sometimes we get scared to start with anything, because sometimes that first one is the scariest part. Yep. That first one. It's
anything. It's dieting. It's exercise. It's
that first pound is the hardest one to lose.
It's learning a new skill. It's reading a book. The first page, then every next page. Like, it's anything. Like, it's everything. Just the journey of 1,000 miles starts with the first step or something like that.
Randy Charlton's gonna make me cry on here.
Uh-oh.
So you made a difference in his life. Won't that be hard to give up teaching, knowing that you could make a difference in young children's lives?
We've talked about that many times.
Yeah. That's a hard question
Ronnie,
right there. Yeah. So here's my response to that too. those kids like him, gosh.
Yeah, that's what we talked about. That was going to be the hard part leaving.
That the kids like him, those are the kids. So those are the kids that come up to you. I had him and his oldest brother. And his older brother, I had my very first year of teaching. And I walked into my classroom one day, and this kid was literally hanging from my ceiling. And our ceilings are not made to withhold much weight. And so I couldn't even figure out how he was doing it, not falling through. I couldn't figure it out. And I was so stressed out, and I was like, oh my gosh. And I got him down, and then we had to go outside a different day, and I caught him hanging from a tree. And then he was up a pole a different time when we were outside, and I did not think I was going to survive that kid. And then when I got his little brother and went through him, and then I had their cousin who lived with them, and I thought, I'm not going to survive these 3 boys. Those 3 boys were a blessing to me, and so those are going to be the kind of kids that it's very hard to leave behind. Yep. So yeah, it's hard. It's going to be hard. Those are the kids that make it really hard to leave, because those are not the kids that are the problems at all. Those are not the kids that make it hard to come to class. Those are the kids that make it hard to leave. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Ronnie says, Matt, does Jay Bates know your story? Maybe. I don't know. I've never spoke to Jay, so probably not, I would assume. So I've commented on a couple things of his before, but I don't know. Probably not. I should reach out to him, actually. There's another one. I was looking for the other question I was trying to. Oh, Sheila K says, Miss Amy, you're getting pretty skinny. Don't get too skinny. By the way, how are you losing the weight? We had a whole discussion on this on the members only stream, but pretty much she ate right for a couple of years. Mm-hmm. No snacking, no sugar.
I have lost some extra weight in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, she started on some stuff called Daily Harvest. It's basically prepared meals.
It's all fruit and vegetables. I eat it for breakfast and lunch, and it's no gluten, no dairy, no sweets. I have migraines real bad, and so I have been cutting out all of my sugars and stuff for my migraines. But Daily Harvest has been a game changer for me. It's gave me basically pretty much given me a lot of my energy and my sanity back.
Fresh food type stuff, fruits, vegetables, no sugars, no gluten.
And I'm telling you, if any of you want to try Daily Harvest,
we're not sponsored by them.
We are not sponsored by them. I do have a referral code. We're not sponsored. You get $25 to $40 off with a referral code from me, though. If you do want to try it, my email is miss731woodworks, mrs731woodworks@gmail.com. Email me, and I will email you a referral code. You get money off. I get money off. It is so stinking good and fresh and amazing. I'll send you pictures of it if you want pictures of it. It is unreal how good it is. And, I've lost weight fast with it. In a healthy way, though.
Jason Keller says the wife and I are watching, and you asked why you call yourself 731. It's our anniversary, July 31st. Mm-hmm. We met in 1999, got married July 31st, 2000. So that's it. There was one more I was looking at.
Oh, thank you for 321. He put my email in there.
Caleb Zimmerman, do you have a drum sander?
Bacon is a vegetable byproduct. I do eat a lot of bacon, though. But with Daily Harvest, I eat it for breakfast. Well, I have one of their smoothies for breakfast because I like them. Mm-hmm. One of their smoothies, thank you, Peggy Powell. Thank you. One of their smoothies tastes just like a banana split. Yeah. I'm not even kidding. But I have a smoothie for breakfast, and then I have my coffee, and I have one of their oat or chia bowls for lunch, and then I have whatever I want for supper, literally whatever I want. And then I don't have a snack at night just because of my migraines. Other than that, it's a really good thing. And for me, it's cheaper than going to the grocery store because of the you get a discount if you get box of it.
Robert McCracken wants to know, we spend a lot of time teaching and making videos. What do we do for fun? We like to travel when we can.
Yeah.
That's probably one of our most favorite things to do, road tripping or just traveling in general. We like to go and see new places. That's one of the things we'd like to do more.
Other than that, honestly, I know it's going to sound silly, but our favorite thing to do is to like just sit in the room and talk to each other with our dogs.
Yep, we just hang out.
Or our kids.
Just hanging out.
Yeah, all of us will pile up in our bed, like us, the kids, and the dogs, all the dogs, and watch a movie together. Him and Mo will like have banter together, and the dogs will all be bouncing around and running. And we honestly, it's cheesy, and I know it sounds that way, but we literally
we just like being with each
all
other.
pile up on our king size bed watching a movie and picking with each other and laughing, and like that's what we do.
4321 says, where's the Live Edge sign? It's right there. You just can't see it.
There.
It's right out of camera.
It's above this
It's
stuff.
still there.
It's still up there. It's just above this. Yep. Hey.
What's up?
You know what time it is?
Power tip time.
Power tip time. Hey, hold on though. I need to ask Mo something.
What?
Do you have a power tip?
Well, I do now.
Do you?
I was sent a power tip specifically for this purpose.
I know. Just making sure somebody's on here. Just asking. Yeah, go ahead and pop it on there. Hold on. We have a power tip, but I'm trying to make sure that somebody's on there. Yeah, we're
just going to copyright strike for saying that song.
Yeah, you better not do that. Okay, go for it.
Power tip time.
So time for our power tip tonight.
Power tip is
never give up.
Never give up.
Never give up.
Chase your dreams.
Chase those dreams.
This young lady is our daughter. This is Mo, as we call her. Minnie 731, as some calls her. She just received her master's degree in education, or master's of teaching. Was it?
Master's of Arts and Teaching.
Yep. And her dream.
Her undergrad is in mathematics.
And she's worked extremely hard for that.
She did her master's program in 1 year. A 2-year program. She did it in 1 year.
Yeah, she crammed it
while she taught a full-time job, 8th grade, pre-AP 7th grade. Did all of that in 1 year while teaching full-time.
Yep, she did good.
Killing it.
We're proud of her.
Killing it in 1 year. So she is our power tip tonight because she is a powerhouse herself.
Work hard
and so she's on here tonight. So drop her a comment, please, tonight. Drop her a comment because we are so stinking proud of you, Mo.
Yep, very proud of you.
We're so proud of you. Y'all have no idea how proud we are of this child. She is 5 foot. She wants to say she's 5'1", so we'll give her that tonight. 5'1" of
Super
absolute perfect awesomeness, perfection. Beautiful inside and out. There's nothing about this child other than her occasional attitude that is not just absolutely perfect. We don't give her enough credit, but we love you so much, Mo. And we're so very proud of you.
Good job.
So good job, Mo. We're so proud of you.
Christian Hernandez says, how long before you move out of the garage and do a bigger shop? Well, guess what? No, I'm kidding.
No.
We've talked about it, and the ultimate plan is to move out of South Arkansas at some point in the next couple of years. We're looking at about 2 years from now. So I don't know. I'll never say never. I actually do like being in the garage because I can literally step out of my house and into the shop. It's very convenient. But I need a little more room. I want a little more room. I don't need it. I want it. And but so far I'm content. I'm fixed. That's one of the reasons I'm redoing the miter station areas to kind of maximize space better. And that's kind of the summer project's going to be maximizing space. I've got several projects I want to do to really open the floor back up and give me a little more room. So, yeah.
Hey, they're all saying how proud they are of her.
Awesome.
Y'all, she graduated with a 4.0 in her master's.
Yep, she did good. She's very smart.
So they said greatness comes in small packages.
Sam Reyes says, would short videos be good to start out creating content? Yes. Start putting out whatever you can put out, and you'll learn from there. I mean, there's a lot of people crushing it on TikTok with short videos. They do well.
Grant, we will not stay in Arkansas when we move.
Now we get about this place.
Not because of anything against Arkansas, but when we do decide to move, if we make the choice to move and go through all the trouble of moving everything, we already know that we don't want to be here in Arkansas. So we're going to go ahead, once we go through all of that, because it is going to be a nightmare to move everything.
Mm-hmm.
We already know kind of where we want to be. We have an idea of where we want to be. We're pretty sure about it. Fairly sure.
Mm-hmm.
And so...
welcome to the Himalayas.
So we already know that it's definitely not Arkansas. So...
Lincoln Street says, congrats on 1 year. Thank you, my man. What's the biggest thing you thought you knew this time last year, but your perspective has since changed? One thing I think my mind has changed on is sponsorships. Last year, I wasn't taking any, and I was like, I don't want to deal with that.
Come to Canada?
Come to Canada.
Canada.
So that's really changed my perspective. I watched some of your live stream, and I was watching your thought process on that, and I was like, yeah, that's kind of the way I've been thinking too. It's a business. Content creation is a business, and starting to, especially over the last 6 months, probably, I've started thinking more of this is a business, this is a brand, versus just only putting videos out. And while I want all my videos to be helpful, and I want all the videos to help reach somebody in some way, either on a personal level or as a business or woodworking, figuring out what tool they want, something to be helpful. Of value to the viewer. I want to bring value, but this is also a way for us to make a living. And so I want to try to capitalize on that where we can, because a YouTube channel's lifespan is short for the most part. If you look at most any channel, once they start climbing, they pretty much peak in about 5 or 6 years. It's rare you see any that are older than that create content. One thing is burnout. I think a lot of people get burnt out from trying to make 2 videos a week, or 1 video a week, or 1 video a month, or whatever your schedule is. I think that kind of wears on people after a time. I know that's coming. And so I don't feel it now, but I know that if this continued for 5 years, how long can that go? And so we want to diversify. I guess the best way to say that is try to diversify that and make use of that while we can, kind of thing. So
Steph, we had to promise our youngest son, or I did, that Florida would not be a possibility.
I have not gone to Florida. It's too hot.
We had to promise.
Oh, we love Florida. We love the Destin area.
We love Florida.
But the traffic in the summertime is insane. It's
Florida.
like Dallas.
He hates
rush hour.
Yeah. Florida and Texas were 2 of the states he was like, because he knows that we love Florida and we have friends in Texas. And so he was like, those were the 2 he mentioned specifically. And somebody said, come to Louisiana. We have the best food. Yeah, Louisiana
you got some good food now.
You sure got some good food, but we're not coming.
Cullen says, oh, sorry.
Ow.
Stepped through my big old boots.
Why you got those things on?
I'm at work. These are my work boots.
Jeez.
Put them brunts on. Some brunt work boots.
That hurt.
I'm sorry.
Woof.
My bad.
That hurt bad.
Oops. Cullen says, do you have any plans to visit Eastern Tennessee in the future?
Let me put these up on a rack.
Oh, sorry. No, but I would love to visit Eastern Tennessee. I think it's a beautiful area. I've only been out that way. I haven't even been very far east, but it's been decades since I was in East Tennessee.
My feet take the brunt of it.
Sure did, the brunt.
Okay, while we talking about that, let me give a shout out
to the tell about them states.
If I can even read them. All right. I'm going to put on my papers, okay?
All right, then. Everybody wants to see them big old eyes.
Leave me alone. All right. St. Martin, Canada, Arkansas, Texas, Ohio, Wyoming, Vermont, Florida, Illinois, South Dakota, North Dakota, Louisiana, Mississippi, Pennsylvania, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Nevada, Michigan, California. I can't read. Oh, Delaware, Nebraska, South Carolina, North Carolina, New Mexico, New York, Wisconsin, Alabama, Rhode Island, Tennessee, New Hampshire, Idaho, Mexico, Arizona, Colorado, Virginia, Iowa, Germany, Trinidad, Missouri, and Mia's house.
Awesome.
Somebody checked in for Mia's house, but I don't know who it was.
That's awesome.
I think it may have been Mo. I said Colorado. I think I said Louisiana.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. H2.
Where's the map?
I tried to get him to print me one. He didn't.
I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
We got it. I promise we got it.
Have a good night, Lincoln Street.
See you, Lincoln Street.
Paris, Texas. So
I have been there.
Yeah. Did you get a new? Oh,
I
don't know if I said Utah.
Utah.
If I didn't say it, Utah. Wild
Christian
Wonderful
Tanner.
West Virginia has 4 seasons.
That'd be nice. Just having 4. We got 2. Hot, cold.
I said
That's
Mia. I said Mia's house. I know I said that, Mo.
Christian, Puerto Rico's in the house. The best
Puerto
coffee
Rico.
on earth comes from Puerto Rico,
Yes,
y'all.
it does.
El Coqui coffee.
Just don't live in New Orleans. New Orleans. Yeah. Okay. I don't like New Orleans. I'm sorry if you live there. I'm really sorry. But now my dog loves New Orleans. Coda, the boy, Italian Greyhound, he struts his stuff on the streets of New Orleans.
He liked it.
He loves New Orleans.
Christian Tanner says, did you get a new miter saw for that new miter station? Not yet. I'm 99% sure I'm going to go ahead and go with the Makita, only because the Makita over the Bosch, because so many people have said that the Makita's dust collection is better. But as far as everything else, it seems to be kind of neck and neck on which one's better, as far as everything I could find online. And there's not, unless somebody can point me in the direction to it, there's not very many like detailed reviews on the Makita, which if I get one, I'll rectify that. We'll put one out on the channel. But I don't know. I think 99% sure Makita.
A couple of people are asking about our shirts.
This one's on the website, y'all. 731bush.com/store.
Mine, you can't get anywhere unless you come here, because there's a lady here that makes them and she sells them at a local store. So sorry about that, y'all. But mine's really cute, right?
This one is designed by Brett Ferris. He designed all of our logos, everything. BrettFerris.com. His dude's extremely talented. He's working on a new YouTube banner for us.
The lady that makes these, she lives here locally, but I think she ships. I don't know what her Facebook page is, though. She has a little booth in one of our local stores here. But she does all kinds of really cute ones. I don't know what her Facebook page is, though.
There you go, John. John says, I hope I can make a living as a full-time worker. It's all I've been doing for 38 years. See,
what?
It's possible.
Yep.
It's possible.
Yep. Yeah, see, it can be done.
Yep.
A lot of it
Craftsman
is a little bit of
want to.
Mm-hmm.
It has has a whole lot to do with a whole lot of stuff in life. You know, it just does. I mean, if you want to, sometimes things don't work out. I mean, we know that. I mean, you can try something and it may not work out, but you're going to learn a whole lot along the way. So, somebody asked, sorry, where'd that go? DeWalt. Clifford Hood. Craftsman versus DeWalt thoughts. I would always go DeWalt. Craftsman, they kind of up and down over the years as far as they started out like excellent tools and quality. I've got Craftsman wrenches out there that are decades old.
Sorry, Doug, Indiana.
Then they kind of sold out to somebody else. I don't know how their history went, but if I was buying power tools, I would just go DeWalt. They're proven. They work well. I don't think you can go wrong with them.
The Weekend DIYer, welcome to our One Before Supporter Club.
Super chat.
Wrong one, but you got music anyway.
And I got to push both buttons, so that's a win-win for everybody.
Oh, my goodness. All right. So, Lewis Nicole Dean says, if you could change something in your woodworking that would increase your income, what would it be?
More production. Time.
Oh.
Because I've been talking to her about that. I've just yesterday created a charcuterie board, 2 charcuterie boards to sell. If I had more time, I could build more things and have physical product on the store, because I get requests for it constantly. And so that's one of the things that I either need to, talk to my son about working out there a little bit.
He's been fussing at me about being here full time. That's what he keeps telling me. I need you to be here full time.
I need you here. Only because I just want to look at your pretty face all day. But yeah, time. That really, because
oh Lord,
I'm not complaining. I've got it pretty good. I've got it pretty easy, and so I would rather have.
Thank
more
you,
time.
John.
Thanks, John. Super chat. Appreciate that.
You're on one tonight.
Huh?
You. Is this because you stepped on my foot? My toes still kind of hurt.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. You don't step on mine?
No.
Tammy Bush says, what do you say is the best way to sell things? Ask people to buy it. I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I'm being serious. What Eric wrote and told us last week, remember? Or was it last week we had him on the show?
Yeah.
They literally carry around a sign with them wherever they go, just so people could see it. So if you're making cutting boards,
not last week,
boards,
but week
2
before.
weeks ago.
Yeah.
They literally carry it around and was when they were in the business, and let people see it. and people ask questions about it.
Basically, don't have any shame of it about it.
And so you just put your product out there, which is the reason you see on some of my videos, I'll say, check our website out. You know, we got easy to follow build plans. That's telling people to go buy our stuff because we believe in it. We believe it's a good product, and we want to generate income for our business.
Thank you, Great Grandpa. Said stop in to say hi. Thank you.
So that's it. You know, just ask people. I did.
Okay. Where's the best place to start selling at first?
We started on Facebook. That's where we started. I've heard from people. Some people say that they're still doing well on Facebook. Some people say they're not. So it really just depends on your area, I would assume.
Yeah. He said something I thought was really interesting is that everywhere they went, basically they would take something with, you know, a sign that, I mean, that was kind of interesting to me.
Yeah, it was a really interesting
almost
approach.
kind of like a walking promotion, you know?
But if it worked, you get people interested. I mean, if your product's good, it'll sell itself almost.
I found that interesting. I'm sleepy.
What? You going to go to sleep right now?
Look, today was field day at school, and if you've ever had field day with 7th and 8th graders, you understand.
Bless your soul.
It makes you really tired.
Robert McCracken says, I'm a cop in woodworking. Thank you for your service. It's my woodworking is a stress relief. He said, do you find that... Super chat. Thank you. It says, did you find that quitting woodworking and doing full-time increased your stress level to where you don't enjoy the woodworking anymore? I still enjoy woodworking. My stress level went down. I've actually was able to get off of blood pressure medicine. It went up right after I had Rona. I thought it was weird, and my blood pressure went back up, and went to the doctor. So I got sick, then I got better, and then I got sick again. I went back to the doctor, and they told me the cold medicine that I was taking, Sudafed, stuff like that, made my blood pressure skyrocket. But since I've been off of that, I'm not in trouble. Anyway, long story short, stress level went way down. Now I have my stresses and I have my worries, different things, you know, but it's a whole lot different. It's, you know, I'm not walking up on a car worried about what they got in their hand or what they're doing, or like that level of stress. You're hyper alert, like 8, 9, 10 hours a day. And it's not like you just come home and that goes away. It doesn't go away. And just my demeanor in public and things like that have changed because, I don't know. I've always been like, before we go somewhere, I'm like looking around, like, cause I don't know who's going to get me. Like you just have that mentality, and it changes you physically, and your body reacts to that. But yeah, stress level down. Tangent alert. That bored you to death. She's over yawning, about to go to sleep.
No. PJ says that she puts her stuff on her Facebook page and then has her friends share it.
Yep.
Sold a lot that way, and some on Facebook Marketplace.
And that's a snowball thing too. So when you start picking up customers like that, especially if you're selling things that they're going to show off or that they're going to take pictures of, or
so be careful. So Facebook Marketplace can be a really good thing, but if you're going to post on Facebook Marketplace, use your own photos.
Yes.
Don't use somebody else's photos. And I'm sure that's what PJ is talking about. She probably used her own photos. Hey, Miss Ann. Miss Ann's on there.
I'm a YouTuber.
Being self-employed, how do you put money into retirement? We'll answer that in just a moment. That's Miss Ann's question. So whenever you post on Marketplace or Facebook or wherever you're going to post your items for sale, post your items. Don't post somebody else pictures.
The reason
of
she
others.
says that is we have several people that will tag us, or send us a message, say, hey, they're using your picture. And what they're doing is some people, I like to assume they're doing well or doing good. They're saying, hey, I can make this.
Yeah. But that's a false representation. The only time you should do something like that is if somebody is saying, okay, I'm looking for somebody who can build me something. Maybe you send them a picture of somebody else's and say, I can build you something that could look similar to this, but this is not something I built. Something like that. But if you're advertising your products, you need to be posting pictures of your products, because if not, it's going to make it look like you're not a very honest person. If you're the one advertising, you need to be advertising your stuff.
Somebody messaged me on Instagram today, and they sent me the link to a Etsy listing in the UK that was using one of our stove cover pictures. Super. Thank you, Robert.
Thank you, Robert. It says thanks for all you do.
Appreciate
Okay,
that.
so Miss Ann. Oh, where'd it go? Miss Ann was asking, as a retired person, where'd it go? How do you put money in? Do you know? Remember what it said?
Thank you, Brenda. Retirement.
Yeah.
I don't remember the exact question. I'll let you look for that.
Okay. I'll go back up. And
Darbs
find it.
Woodshop says, "Have you ever given anybody a ticket that's commented on any of your videos?" Yes, I have. It was about a few months before I quit. I
Miss
stopped the
Ann,
guy
I'm gonna go
south of
back
town
into it.
and or south of this area, and
Oh, I did that.
when I wrote him the ticket, he kept looking at me, and I gave him his ticket. And he went on his way. He winds up emailing me. He's like, "Hey man, I've been watching your videos. You wrote me a ticket today." I knew I recognized you from somewhere, but yeah, it happens.
Hey, so Mackenzie McLean says, will Mr. 731 do a TikTok challenge with her? Yes. Yes, he will.
He'll see.
Yes.
Depends
yes,
on how
he
you
will.
act.
Okay, being self-employed, how do you put money into retirement? You haven't done that.
No, man, it's been a year. I haven't done it. I've got retirement from state police that's sitting there. That's waiting on me. I can't draw it until I'm 60.
Wait, there's a lot of stuff that we've actually not gotten around to.
Yeah, it's one of those things.
Mm-hmm.
It's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
But, I mean, there's plenty of programs out there that you can get into and put in money. There's tons of ways to do it. And probably a financial advisor would be the best options to go through, and kind of let them.
Pepper7144 says it really well. Hypervigilance is a killer.
Yep. It'll kill you. It's and the number one killer of police officers is heart attacks, and there's a reason for that. It's a high stress job, and it's not high. What people don't understand about police work, it's not high stress in the pursuit.
Cummins Woodworking did their super chat, says to get Mo.
Super chat. Thank you.
Well, you'd already done it, but that's okay. Says to get Mo something for graduation for theirs.
Will do.
So, I just saw the comment. So, Cummins.
Yeah, so people don't understand that police work, it's not that it's high stress during the pursuit, which it is, and it's not high stress during the fight. It is. It's high stress the whole time you're sitting in that car. You're in a goldfish bowl, and you see stories all the time on every social media or on the news where police officers just get shot sitting at a red light or whatever. And so you're sitting in the car, and if you're aware of your surroundings, which there's times when you're not, there's just you get complacent or whatever. But for the most part, you're looking at the car next to you, looking for movement, or when you're walking up on a car at night and you're looking for movement in the car and people are shuffling around, they don't know. They're just shuffling around looking for their insurance card or something, but you don't know what they're doing. So you're like watching, like you're always up here.
BSR8129 says, are you a woodworker or are you a YouTuber?
I'm a YouTuber.
Are you Miss 731's husband?
I'm Miss 731's husband.
No, he did that.
Yeah, I'm a YouTuber. I've told many people that we're not full-time woodworkers. We're full-time content creators that is woodworking. So that's the difference.
Oh, Mo had already seen that because I'd already answered Cummins Woodworking and said, I accept food and makeup. Tell them to get me that.
That's hilarious.
That's funny. Hilarious.
Oh
my goodness.
I think there's stresses that
Thank
come
you,
with
Brendan Fowler.
owning your own business.
That one.
Yeah. And there's stresses that come with owning your own business and worries and all that stuff. But working for yourself is an extreme, awesome blessing that I do not take for granted. I wake up every day and thank God for this, and it's awesome.
PJ, I didn't know that. PJ Barker said my son is an officer and works nights. My heart sinks if my phone rings at night.
I bet.
I did not know that. That's crazy.
Yep.
I bet. Our oldest son doesn't live at home, and so ever since he's moved out, I have a fear of ever hearing my phone ring after we go to bed or a knock on the door. And because Mo and our youngest son are usually home and in bed before we go to bed, and so the oldest one's the only one that's never here, and he goes out pretty often with he's on Friday and Saturday nights usually. He's he holds a job and he's a responsible young man, and so he's usually at home during the week. But I don't know, I guess because he doesn't live at home and I don't see him, I'm always fearful. I couldn't imagine if he was an officer. Like, oh gosh.
Jonathan Valdez says, I make a lot of TikTok videos. What are your benefits of having a YouTube channel? As a woodworker, it's going to be financial reasons if you're choosing one of those two, because TikTok, the ad revenue, even if when you get monetized, is nowhere near what the ad revenue would be on YouTube. You can look at people who have millions of followers on each platform. Just Google it. You'll see monetization YouTube versus TikTok. You'll see that of course you won't be at that level starting out, but their income between the two is so far apart. Like it's not even close. So that's why I barely post on TikTok. I'll put some stories, basically take a story that I posted on Instagram and put over there. But for the most part, people on TikTok are mean. They're mean to me anyway.
Because you a country bumpkin.
I guess them suckers ain't not nice to me.
I told my students the other day that you talk redneck.
I am proud to be redneck. Austin Witted.
Where are you looking at?
What is your day-to-day as a content creator? For the most part, most mornings after workout, breakfast, she goes to work. I sit down right here and I'll check emails. I'll post some tool deals on the website, 731woodworks.com. And I try to post a tool deal or two there. And if there's any that stand out to me that are good, I'll post them there. If not, I don't post anything. And then from there, I'll either start editing a video or I'll head to the shop, which is right there, and either build something or video something being built, or video a tool or whatever I decide to make. And that's kind of and then sometimes research. I'll look around and see what type of videos are trending, or if I can come up with a new video idea. And it's not just woodworking related. I look at all types of content, a wide variety of content niches, and see what videos, and see if I can translate that into a woodworking video or tool video. And yeah, that's day to day. And she gets home about 3:30, and we cook supper and watch some TV. Might play some country breakfast. I got a new Xbox. I got a MLB The Show 22, and my character's name is Country Breakfast.
True story.
When he walks up to bat, they'll say Country Breakfast up to bat.
We're not really sure why he chose that name.
Because it's awesome.
But that really is his name on there. And
fits.
So the whole time I'm doing other things.
She's like, go ahead on, Big Country Breakfast.
No.
Especially when I hit a home run. She likes that.
I never say that. I don't know where that came from.
Jason Garrett says, so you watch hours of
gosh.
YouTube a day. I watch a lot of YouTube, actually. So especially if I'm editing. So if I'm editing a video that takes hours and hours on end, I got this big widescreen that swings around here. Half of my screen is taken up by my editing, and the other half I'll have, or a portion of it, I'll have a YouTube video playing of something. And with that, or I'll put it on the TV over there and have the YouTube just
Austin,
play.
just one at a time. He's usually not ahead enough to have them scheduled out.
Scruffy Santa, what's your walk-on music? It's a rock. They don't let you pick actual songs. I just pick rock music. What was that scheduling? So right now we're about 2 ahead. I've gotten up to 2 ahead. I'd love to be 4 videos ahead. That would be fantastic. But that's the dream, and it ain't happened yet. So yeah, I much prefer YouTube over TV. What's up? Why you looking at me like that?
Because I worry about you.
Because of Country Breakfast?
Yeah.
See? Jorge says, cool name, sir. He likes it. Have you found woodworking to be therapeutic in regards to law enforcement scars?
I've never seen that.
It is.
Have a good night.
Super chat.
Thank you. Thank you, Brendan. Says, my dad has a YouTube channel and wants me to start one as well. How do I get past that initial weird feeling about being in front of the camera?
Push record and get in front of the camera.
He was really weird about it in the beginning, too.
Do yourself a favor. You'll have a chuckle. Go
4, 3, 2, 1.
Go to youtube.com/731woodworks.
Go watch his
click
first one.
videos and then click sort by oldest. Watch the first 3. You'll be fine. I guarantee it. And then watch the first 3, and then watch the last one. The last one I posted, the newest, and look at the difference. And you'll chuckle, and you'll be like, if that guy can go from that to that, I can do it.
Yeah, if he can go from that to country breakfast,
You can do anything, man.
yeah, I'm telling you.
You can do anything.
Mm-hmm. Oh, good Lord.
Yeah, the dream ain't gonna happen if you spend more time as country breakfast. How many times have I played that game since I got it?
Not a whole lot.
8, 10? Once or twice a week, maybe in the evenings.
He doesn't
for
play
an
it very
hour.
often at all.
During the day, I don't touch it.
No, he doesn't.
I look at it. I'll turn around and look at it in the living room. Like, boy,
Yeah.
I'd love to go play some country
He'll
breakfast.
send me a picture of our son playing it, and he's like, I sure am glad he's getting to play this game since I'm not.
No, I don't
Yeah.
play much.
He doesn't get to. He never gets to play it, actually. Thank you, alien leader.
Hey, man.
Coda heard us
Thank
say
you.
breakfast and now he's crying. That's his code word to eat.
Yeah,
we'll
tell him
call
we
it
want
his
some
food breakfast.
Yeah, he'd be
That's
like,
funny. All right. That's
well,
a wrap.
thank you guys so much
Thank
for joining
y'all.
us. And be sure to go watch another video right after this one. It helps the channel a ton.
Yes.
One of my videos.
Yes. Watch one.
Yeah,
Go
have a good
watch
night.
the first one.
Yeah, go watch the first video.
Leave a comment.
Leave a comment and tell me you watched the first one and I was awful. and I'm not anymore. I hope not anymore. Just go do that.
Leave a comment about them.
Yep.
Yeah. Do it. Thanks, guys.
Go
Good
country.
night.
Go country.